Okay, so as I was saying, I was out again on that third one, so I saved it. So let's continue. So as I was saying, this might be my entry here, and you can see I might be targeting this low. Okay, this 43. In fact, 43. This 43 self is even a little bit much for me because my max entry should be 30 pips. So I might still go down to maybe like 15 minutes to refine this same one. But to what will I say? This one was the one that was picked out because this one was not even mitigated safe. But because we are coming from an uptrend, we never saw the power in this doji candle. So we missed this first entry down here. So now let's go down to the next one. Now, here, what do we have here? I see tons of liquidity at this top here. This place look like market was um, consolidating. Buyers was induced, early sellers was induced before the market finally dropped because we have what here, a drop here. In fact, we can say we have a choke inside this place because this took out the high and still take out the low. So this was the supply created here. Try and note how I mark out my supply. This was the supply, you can see, that was created inside there. And price, after breaking this low, price came back to mitigate it and dropped. And price dropped drastically. So if you can if you can observe that on time, note that I didn't rename it. I didn't give it any name. I didn't say choke. I didn't say change of liquidity. I'm just using it to explain. So with this that I've seen, I may enter this trade and bank here. So let's assume we entered here. Ah, people are already chatting me for tomorrow. Okay, I'm coming, my brother. So what do we have here? Um, I won't lie, I would love to enter 30 pips. 30 pips. 30 pips. So if I'm going to do 30 pips, I guess I'm going to come up a little. But most times what I do is I use my gain tool here. I'm saying, okay, we're still recording. I use my gain tool here. Then 30 pips stop. 25, 26, 30. So I enter from my 50%. This it. So I must have bank a little here, down here. Why? Because I saw that. And I didn't know if it is Asia session. I didn't know. I would have loved to check if it is Asia session, but I really didn't know. So I would have banked that down to this BMS. It might have been my major target. This is just gain box. It's from this Fibonacci row. This is it, gain box. So in case you don't know about it, unclick others and just leave 0 and 0.5 and 1 so that you'll be able to know your premium and your discounted. So I'll just enter from my discounted zone there so I can sell up. So probably this is 30 to about 100 pips though. Drop. Boom. 4 hour. So let's assume we lost this first entry. I don't know if I can still bank on this, but I don't know. Maybe after this job, I'll be looking for sell zone. I may not get this perfect entry too. I may not. I'm serious. I may not because if I turn on Asia session now, you might not, because most times I'm not always on 4 hour. I'm always on 15, highest 45 minutes. So I really can't say. I might not bank this. I might not see it on time. Um, I might just be somewhere around. Okay. So let's move on. So what do we have here? Let me remove all this so that I can see what we have next. So this supply has been mitigated. So which other supply do we have? We have this guy clear out this high. Okay. Clear out this high. Okay. So I might be looking for this guy too. That's my next supply zone to be mitigated. Why? Because it cleared out this liquidity and it dropped. So let's see, do we have something there? So if price haven't mitigated this yet, so we should still be expecting price to come back here. But with all this movement, price didn't come down and price broke this low. So let's see what causes. Yeah, I'm in the toilet. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. We have a low broken here, right? So we have this one too broken here before we have a choke here. Also broke this. So who broke them? This took the liquidity, this red candle here, because that's where the first break of structure here happened. It break here and went on and break this major. So I rule out this. I might enter in this buy. So where would be my target? Look at my target here. So if I enter this buy, yeah, we have first profit to be this here. After taking this, price came down for this one that took out several lows here. Okay, if I go down to lower time frame, I'll see the block, but for now, I think this is where price will mitigated, and a lot of people will be here because this one broke, but this one took out liquidity here. So price came back here, and we still have another break of structure here. So the next demand should be around this area. Okay, because if price break this, we are expecting price to come back and mitigate another demand. So let's look for what do we have. We have a drop, then this pull. So I'll probably choose from this list. I'll choose this guy, this first one here. I'll choose this first one because I believe it's the extreme before the move. So what do we have? We have a reaction here. So this is where I'll stop. Price reacted, and where will be the target? Here. But price failed. So what happened here that we didn't see? This took out this high, right? Took this out and broke this low. So this was a supply. This was a supply zone. From the top to this is a supply zone. So, and it's protected if you can Any zone that is mitigated is protected. Price will not break above it. So if price break above it, then it's not protected. It's just a premature. So from this armor, you can see all note armor very well, because if you can start studying it, as I am also, then you always see. So this must be the supply we might take for the day back to this demand that we are buying here. Okay. So what happened? Price came, took out all this liquidity. We have a double low here as a liquidity. So price took it out, and price tapped into the demand here, and still came back into this block and sold off. So what do we have? We have this man here take out this liquidity before tapping into here and broke the structure. Price came back and tapped into it also. Hammer again. You can see, but not once. Okay, just once. Okay, once. Hopefully, we might not bank this sell because we are actually looking for buy. I will be honest. We are actually looking for buy to continue this move to the up. But maybe after which I've taken loss on this, if I didn't break even on time, maybe I was looking if the price will come inside and mitigate again. After taking loss, then I might now see that okay, we have a strong supply here that is pushing price downward. So the next supply for me then will now be this one that took out this liquidity. This long week took out liquidity and broke the low. Always know how to find. If you know how to find your zone, this thing that I'm giving free, if you know how to find your zone, you will always be on page. So where will be my target? This low. I'm not going for the biggest low. This low is my target. Okay. So price came back, mitigated this supply, unmitigated supply, and dropped and broke the major supply that we are looking out for. Okay. So then from this break of this demand, we already know that price is no more coming back. But if you see price still mitigated this zone again, went deeper into this zone and bought back up, because all this mitigation didn't enter the zone very well. You can see they're just light mitigation. So in fact, I can still say that I may still take a little buy here, but we end up in loss because it took out the demand. After paying a little back here, took it out. So maybe break even or capital loss. So here, what do we have?
It's 4 o'clock.
It's 4 o'clock. We have this mitigated back to the supply and this. So we need to look out for the next. So this is the range now. This, always know your range. This is the former range from this high to this low, and we have another one created here. So this was my supply. Now this is my range because this supply will be mitigated. This my range starts from here down to this price. So my range now, I'm not seeing any liquidity. No high was taken. This high was not taken. This high was not taken. So I'll probably just choose this first one because it's the one that tap into the zone. I'm taking out all this first one that we thought was mitigation. So it took out all this first week that entered into the zone that we thought was mitigation, and it broke the low. So we look out for him. Are you seeing that all the entry zones are hammer candles? So what do we have? We have a mitigation, and I can see another zone. You can see another zone here. this candle here is another zone, and price did mitigate it, but that's abortion mitigation. So this should have been our target, this low. What am I doing? I'm trying to go slow, steady, so that we can know where to enter in the next position. So this would have been our major target if we had entered from that zone. But I hope I wasn't wicked out with this week, because sometimes my stop loss used to be at the edge. I don't give more, but lately I've been giving about 10 pips ahead, and with the help of 50%, I sometimes don't get taken. You know how market is. I sometimes don't get taken, and I sometimes jump in between and take loss, or spread won't meet me at all. So what am I looking at? I'm looking at this zone. I'm looking at this zone to be mitigated. Why? Because it cleared liquidity and it broke structure, broke major structure and continued. So what do we now see? Price didn't come there. Instead, what the price did, it broke this low. Price came and mitigates this. Okay, not this one. Price didn't even mitigate this. So what do we have? Price came and mitigates this. This, there was the supplier, maybe on the lower time frame. You can see industry candle. This is a funding candle, meaning industries were here selling with this visible candle. So price didn't mitigate my zone. Yeah, price dropped. The funniest thing is you might not see it. You might not see this. We might still be buying from probably where did the buy started. I think the buy started from this impulsive. This is where a lot of people would have been trapped here. This break of high. But we broke low first and we broke high. So we'll be looking to buy inside this big candle. This one, this is the candle that broke the low. We'll be looking to buy from this candle. And you can see how massive it is. So if we refine it, we can refine it down to the week. And this is a mitigation here. Price entered, took it out a little before price moving. So I can still put it like this. And what will be my targets? This is my target. First target. So what do we have again? We took out this low before breaking this high. Right? So we took out this low here and we broke this high. So the last candle here is from this high down to this low. So if I zoom this out, I'm expecting price to mitigate this zone after touching my supply. I know it will break it so that I can have a BMA sell though, but I will expect a reaction, maybe 10 pips or 20 pips here. But from here, we see the price came back here multiple times and creates a push to the lower time frame. This supply that was mitigated is a lower time frame supply. So until I go down to lower time frame before I say, but I don't want to go down to lower time frame. So we have a drop. So what do we have? Let's look for supplies. Here we have a clear, and here we have a clear. So industrial candle, I would love to sell on this industrial candle, but let's see. Price didn't even come there at all. Did you see? So I still have some unmitigated supply again. all this supply price will mitigate them when price comes. So you need to highlight them out before price comes there, so that you know that you have some unmitigated. So there's nothing in all this because price is still selling. But where the price now start buying, that's where I'm interested in. Because I need to know who took out the first high. That's where the demand is. So this person here took out the first high. Did it break the low? Didn't break the low. Didn't break the low. So wait, let me make this. Choose the low. It has to break a low before breaking a high. So what do we have? We have this low, this smaller low broken. This one here broken. This one here broken. So who broke the low? This last candle here is one that I'm choosing as the extreme. After price went up, I expect it to be mitigated. So price mitigated and took profit here. Price came back again with a wick. You can see it's came back with a wick, and we still have a boom. But what I'm looking for is inside this who created liquidity and who broke the high here. So my full engulfing candle here, since it's not an hammer, so I don't trust it. So what do we have? It failed. This is my next target. But what do I have? It failed. And what do I have? After failing, price now push, but price didn't even finish up the push before dropping. So what do we have? We have another supply somewhere. So let's look out for the supply. So here, I will see recording. Okay, we are here. We have high, low, high. Price broke this low, and this is not a liquidity, because if I'm to look for liquidity, I have the liquidity here that was taken already by this candle. Okay, this candle took out the liquidity, broke this high. When price comes, you're supposed to buy, it bought and it closed. So this becomes a supply zone here. We have a supply zone here, but it was taken out also here. But because it didn't take out any liquidity, I'm not really interested in it. Okay, so my supply zone here will be a little bit tight. Why? Because this low that was taken out makes me know that this high is a liquidity. Price took out this high and took out this low. So the whole of this zone now becomes a supply for me. This place, this buy. But if I'm to refine, I'll refine to the highest candle, this doji candle here, the hammer candle. I love that hammer candle. I'll refine to this hammer candle here and zoom out. You see? Yeah, this hammer here. So the price mitigate it. Did you see? Price just kiss it like 1, 2. You know, most times if we enter, we might not get entry here at all. Okay, we might not get entry here at all. We might just be liquidated inside all these middle. We might bank a little profit though, but to be honest, we might be liquidated a lot. While we are looking for price to come back to this supply, and most times I would love to see price if the entry zone, the stop loss is not too much for me. I might see this is very high. This is a very high stop loss. I like that 30 Where's my 30 pips sell? I'd like to see 30 pips. What is 46? 30 pips. Because of my account, I can only raise 30 pips, so I'll probably be waiting around here. If I use my 50% to see, I'll probably be waiting around here. So I'll probably be waiting around here, and I probably will get tapped in, so you should know. It's all trade I'll be able to meet. So now we have a drop, so what do we have inside this drop? We took high and low. See, this guy took high, took out low. Price came back here a couple of times and dropped. And no other one. So here is another zone for me. Took out this immediate high with a wick and took out this low. So am I looking at here? So I'm looking at this guy here. That's a supply. Next supply. This is my next supply. You can see price multiplied it a couple of times. They hid it so that you know. You can see it's price multiplied it 1, 2, 3 before you can see the drop. So these have been mitigated to you, but you might still see further mitigation here and here again here. But because our range now has been changed, our former range is from here now to here, but price broke it again, so we might have another range if this place serves as liquidity. So what do we have? You can see how I find my buys. This was the high that was broken here, and this low was taken too. So price came back to mitigate this buy here. You can see price mitigated it, and this was my target. Bounce before. We now have a supply zone formed inside because this low was taken. This high was also taken. Meanwhile, this was my main target for supply, so you can see I may not get inside this trade, but with this guy here, let's hope price comes here and mitigate this guy here, because the dealing range now is from here down here. We might still buy here. Why? Because we just cleared out this low and price cleared out this high, so price is presently buying from this hammer here. You can see. So you can have, this was the TP1 taking. Okay, so we might still see another further mitigation from this hammer here also buy down here. So you can see how we buy. Why am I looking for buy? Because I just broke a sell zone. So after break of structure, we should be looking for retracement. Price will definitely retrace, so look out for retracement. So because I know price has broken the major low that they are looking for, this is the low that all industries are after, this zone. I don't know what number is there, but with time you get to know the number. So this was supposed to be your take profit. Why? Because everybody is looking to break this zone. it becomes a targeted zone. So once they break it, it gives us BMA sell straight. So we look for further, because this will become our next major low that they'll be looking to break. So next one is this man here. Is the next in corner to be killed. So I might look for cells from here. Why? Is there any other zone? No. No high was broken again. No high was broken. No high. I've not really seen any high that was broken. This high was a little bit not broken. You can see this one too was not broken. So if it breaks high and break low, then I'm looking for that person that break that high as my zone. Okay, so this place might be a liquidity for this zone to be altered. So presently buyers are in this game. Okay, buyers are in this game. Can't see CHF. Buyers are in this game presently, so they are looking to buy up. Target will be here. Then from here you should be expecting sell, because there's a fair gap between this place. So I should be expecting sell to hold here. If it doesn't hold, no. We still have some unmitigated at the top here, and we have another here. So that's that for